Over the past 3 years, more than $12 billion have been stolen by hackers from crypto exchanges. In November 2023, the court found FTX exchange head Sam Bankman-Fried guilty of stealing customer money amounting to about $10 billion. But it hardly pleased the affected users, because your crypto on crypto exchanges doesn't belong to you at all. And these are just a few facts about the huge risks of keeping money on crypto exchanges. In this video, I'll name the main proofs of why crypto exchanges are the worst way to store your assets. I'll tell you what really happens to your crypto on a crypto exchange. At the end of the video, I'll give you a simple tip on how to maximize the security of your money in a few simple steps, and tell you about promotions with money giveaways in cryptocurrency that are taking place on my channel.
My name is Ivan. I'm an investor and a businessman. I have 6 projects in crypto, IT, and artificial intelligence. And while I am working, my digital clone is recording this video for you right now. All information has been double-checked by me personally. The future is already here.
So, let's start with the fact that your money does not belong to you when you use an exchange. This is stipulated in the licensing agreement even with the largest exchanges. What does this mean in practice? For example, you want to buy cryptocurrency on an exchange? You create an account on the exchange and buy crypto from the exchange, for example, a stablecoin, with fiat money, such as the dollar, making a payment from your bank card. And all your crypto is stored at the exchange, just now in the common cryptocurrency storage. The catch is that you're not the owner of these coins. The exchange just owes them to you. And only when you withdraw your crypto from the exchange to a wallet do you really own your crypto. And if you don't do this, then all the crypto that remained on the exchange does not actually belong to you. There are experiments where wallet numbers were tracked when withdrawing funds from the exchange. So these experiments prove that huge amounts of users' money are stored in the internal storages of exchanges, from which you have neither keys nor passwords nor access. And if something happens, you don't even have any proof that this money belonged to you. Any technical failure or exchange blocking can deprive you of money. Of course, exchanges do this not to simply create threats to clients' money. This is done to process a huge number of operations with money and crypto with minimal resource and time costs. The exchange does not store money on users' personal wallets and does not carry out operations between them, which would require huge resources to service such an ecosystem. Instead, it simply redistributes client funds in its own storages. Yes, it's simpler and cheaper, but it creates colossal security threats. And not just theoretical. I've already said that over the past 3 years, more than $12 billion have been stolen by hackers from crypto exchanges. Once, hackers stole about 850,000 bitcoins over several years after just one hack. The problem is that trying to save time and resources on transactions and storing all users' money in large storages, crypto exchanges create the most vulnerable spots and open up a hunt for really huge amounts of users' money for hackers. For example, in 2011, just by getting the keys to the main storage of the Mt. Gox exchange, hackers stole about 850,000 bitcoins over 3 years, which today exceeds $25 billion. And this is not the only case. About 120,000 bitcoins were stolen from the Bitfinex platform storage. In October 2022, a security system error in Binance allowed the theft of cryptocurrency worth $570 million. Very often after a hack, exchanges are not able to compensate their clients for their losses. This happens because crypto exchanges sometimes take advantage of loopholes in the law. Since cryptocurrencies are independent assets with decentralization, states do not have the ability to impose restrictions or requirements on the use of crypto. This is exactly how the best qualities of cryptocurrencies turn against those users who keep their money on exchanges. On the other hand, many court decisions and laws are finally starting to set the rules of the game in the crypto world, which I often talk about in my news releases. By the way, subscribe so you don't miss the most important thing. It's also important to mention the lack of insurance. This becomes very profitable for crypto exchanges. But in the end, you lose all your money in a second without the possibility of compensation. The sad experience of FTX exchange customers has shown that even a large exchange misled its clients, making them believe that all assets are insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. In fact, only a small part of the fiat money that the exchange kept at third-party banks was insured. Another example, the crypto exchange Wintermute fell victim to a hack in September 2022. The losses from the hack amounted to $162 million, but the service couldn't return the money to users because at the time of the hack, Wintermute already owed $200 million to other market participants. Many users wait for compensation for years. The exchange Mt. Gox, which I already talked about, went bankrupt after a hack in 2014, but promised to compensate investors for funds. But due to problems with insurance contracts, the situation is not fully resolved. But hacker attacks and security system problems are not the only threat to your money. Even worse is that often the owners of crypto exchanges use your money for their own purposes. After all, having full access to clients' cryptocurrency creates a huge temptation for the owners of crypto exchanges to use this money for the purpose of enrichment. And even all the words and promises you get from the crypto exchange about the full security of your funds mean nothing. The owner of the notoriously famous FTX exchange, Bankman-Fried, publicly repeatedly stated that user funds are protected and stored in complete safety, but in practice, he regularly used billion-dollar sums for the needs of his subsidiary company Alameda Research, as well as to finance his own luxurious lifestyle. He also constantly spent clients' money on charity evenings to make a reputation in society. In total, he stole about $10 billion from FTX clients. The crash of FTX proved that crypto exchanges, striving to make all processes with client assets as simple and fast as possible, actually give the opportunity for exchange owners to use clients' money in their own interests. And in fact, no one knows how many crypto exchanges use clients' money for enrichment. It is impossible to track, unless it miraculously leads to a disaster that happened to FTX clients. But what exactly happens inside exchanges and how safe is their operation structure in principle? Well, the answer is that strangers have unlimited access to your money, so the whole system has a huge problem related to the human factor. For ensuring protection against fraud, there is a transfer amount threshold that is processed automatically without confirmation from an exchange employee. This threshold varies on different exchanges, and everything depends on the specific exchange, but usually, if one of the users sends another person an amount more than $10,000, then for such a transaction, a double approval is already needed, both from the automatic control system and a special employee. And to have the possibility to block suspicious operations, such employees have keys to the exchange's storages. And the larger the transaction amount, the higher access to users' money the employee, who is responsible for approving the operation, has. Amounts start from $10,000 and up to millions of dollars. This means that there are strangers on crypto exchanges who have unlimited access to your money. And you won't even know that your money is being used by someone for personal purposes, because all operations inside the blockchain are anonymous. And for certain employees, there are no obstacles that would prevent them from using users' money from the exchange for their own enrichment or attempts to invest in dubious projects, as often did the employees of the crashed exchanges. For example, the infamous FTX, even without direct notification of the senior management. By the way, I decided to balance the reputation of cryptocurrencies a little after all these scandals, making my small contribution. On my channel, there is already a video where the number of views will determine how much money I will send in crypto to a charity fund. You can contribute by watching and liking, and also write in the comments which fund I should send crypto to and why. Another interesting fact: you can lose money due to the crash of a large exchange, even if you kept money on another exchange. Where you keep your money is often decided by the owners of your crypto exchange. For example, users of the Genesis crypto exchange lost their money because its owners used the FTX exchange to make a profit. Using clients' money, they conducted trades on the FTX platform and made money on the exchange rate difference. After the crash of FTX, all the money of Genesis clients was lost, and eventually, the owners of Genesis filed for bankruptcy. The exchange owed creditors more than $3 billion. And they probably won't even be convicted because the crypto business is still poorly regulated by states. So even the crimes of the owner of a third-party exchange, where you don't keep money, can crash your exchange and you risk losing money. And now the most important thing. This is a safe solution for you. There is only one truly reliable way to protect your crypto from being stolen by the exchange. If you use crypto, keep most of your coins only in crypto wallets. Always split your savings and leave only a small part of coins on the exchange for transfers or staking. But for storage, use only crypto wallets. There are many options, but the simplest and most convenient ones are wallets with access via a mobile application. This is maximum safe and simple. Personally, I use the ArcSign wallet. I even have a separate video in which I compare several popular crypto wallets. ArcSign turned out to be the simplest and safest solution for storing and working with crypto. You can find the link to download it under the video. You can choose the wallet that suits you, but just don't keep crypto on the exchange. That's all for today. I hope I was able to prove to you that crypto exchanges are the worst way to store your assets. See you in the next videos.